Hello everyone, today I will be presenting my progress report for my final technical report. So the purpose is just my little brother. He is very inexperienced in fishing, and I'm going to create a guide for him to basically be a successful fisherman at this very challenging fishing spot in North Carolina, which is along the New Hope River. Um, the goal is really just to teach him about um, fishing equipment prices, techniques for fishing this area, and a little bit about the fish ecology there. I'm expecting to finish this by May 11th, which is when it's due. Yeah. The primary auditor for this is my little brother George, who's currently in 10th grade. He lives where I went to high school, and he's never been fishing to the New Hope waterfowl impoundment. And George would use this report to effectively fish this spot with me or with his friends, and also just as a guide for what to purchase when he's fishing with his friends down the road. So when I was making a theme, I was doing civil engineering, and I've since switched majors. So I decided to make my report on something I have more skill in, which is fishing, because I've been fishing for about my whole life. And then the problem I created myself is that I wanted to take George to this fishing place, but his lack of prior knowledge kind of would hold him back and prove costly to me. So I'm going to make this recommendation report, which is just going to create a guide for George to follow and lead, hopefully, to success while fishing. So my progress so far, I've reached out to two specialists at ncwildlife.org that I found online, and they are currently answering questions that I sent them for an interview. One of them's already responded, which is awesome. And so that's basically all my primary research done. And then George has also given me his criteria for fishing and kind of what he finds ideal about his fishing experience. And so we have to work through that together, come up with these recommendations, and then accomplish three. I've found a lot of the lures that have worked to catch bowfin, which is the main fish that we'll be catching there. And I can use these to kind of help me narrow down which lures work from experience, and then kind of compare those to the average prices and average use of any lure at the spot. Then, so for my plan of work, it hasn't changed too much. I'm just a little bit ahead of schedule on some main parts. So like I had planned to do the primary research later on, but I was a little worried that I wasn't going to get any responses. So I just kind of started that early, and now I need to mainly do secondary research and just structure the whole proposal or the whole report itself. So far, my findings are very little since I haven't done a ton of secondary research. And so with that, there's not a lot of analysis work being done, and I can't really sort through any data because there is no data yet. And then my main findings will mostly be when I actually go out to the spot with George and sort of see what he knows and also do firsthand research while I'm there. My to-do list is just kind of some things that I had on my proposal. Like I still need to create a procedure for getting to the actual fishing spot on the New Hope River waterfowl impoundment, because it's half the point of the proposal was that it's a really challenging spot to fish, and so I need to make it accessible for someone that has never been there. And then the secondary research I still have to do a lot of, uh, whether that's just finding sources to go over or making data myself and analyzing it. And then I still need to do the cost analysis for the lures and all the fishing equipment in total, just to see what it is like average, how much money I would lose average while I'm fishing there, or if I'm not wasting any money and it's just how much the whole setup costs. So yeah. And then my schedule is still somewhat similar to my Gantt chart. I kind of need to start pushing a little bit towards this last week, and then yeah, I think it should be on track to be finished by May 11th. And yeah, any feedback would be great at all, mainly regarding how it should be structured. Like I've looked at a lot of the examples, but they're all sort of different from each other, even the recommendation reports. And so any sort of feedback on that would be nice, or any feedback on research for the cost analysis or for the techniques. And then anything else that would benefit me that you can think of would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, thank you for your time. Have a good one.